it's Nicole, and I'm here to get some page kits ready for the virtual crop that I will be hosting on October 10th. It's going to be a 12-hour long day from 9 in the morning Atlantic Daylight Time to 9 at night Atlantic Daytime. And we're going to complete, well, I'm putting down 12 challenges because I'm hoping that some of these layouts won't take an hour, but I'm giving myself 1 hour for each challenge. And the first half hour of the 12-hour, I'm going to put like a page kit together just to give time for everybody to come in and we can get started. But what we're going to do first to be successful on that day is I'm going to get 12 page kits ready, starting with the paper base and then going from there. So as we're choosing some papers, I'll talk a little bit more about this virtual crop. Now, I know a lot of us are no longer able to go to crops and all that stuff. Isn't that pretty? So I had talked about this back in March. I know, it was a long time ago. To start doing virtual crops. And one thing led to another. One day, goes by and then another. And before you know it, it's October. I don't know how life does this, but it just, goes like a bull through life. So I decided that I was going to start having virtual crops every 2 months. Now, because I'm starting in October, will I have one in December? I will do like a survey and see, if people want to or not. It would be at the very beginning of December. Maybe it could be to get us, in kind of good, in a good mood for December. Start off December right, I guess. And so that we'll see about that. But the first one is October 10th. It's going to go from 9 in the morning till 9 at night Atlantic time. And then that way, people from all over the world will have a chance to participate. You can come for the whole 12 hours. Now it's going to be on Facebook and it saves the videos. So you can go back and watch the videos if you want. So it's something that's going to be there, forever. The other thing is when you purchase your spot for the virtual crop, you're going to get a couple of files, a couple of digital files. And where it's October and it's fall, these are the files that we're releasing this week on my digital files or my digital store. And it's all fall leaves. Now, as you can tell, I printed some on different medium. I did white cardstock on vanilla, and then I even did on vellum. And there's some in here that are missing because we're going to do a few of them that are the large so that you can use them for mats. So you'll receive 2 of these also with your registration. So when you register, you'll get 2 files. And the registration for that, and then you'll be able to access the Facebook group right away, will be up today, October 1st. And that way it gives time for people to, kind of get settled and make sure they join the Facebook group. And then on October 10th, 9 a.m. sharp, I'm going to start. Now, what I'm going to do is maybe every couple, because I think Facebook will kind of boot you out if you're too long all at once. Plus, I don't think I want like a video that's 12 hours long. That would be hard to go through if you want to look at it again later. So I think every 2 hours, we'll see how it goes. Like, it might boot me out and it'll kind of make my choice for me. But, and then I'll call it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then at the end of the 2 hours, as it's shutting down and I need to reboot and restart anew, if I need to run to the bathroom or get another coffee, I'll do that in that time. And during that day, I'll get my boys to serve me. I'll get them to, you know, maybe bring me a little snack. I'll make sure to have breakfast before I start. And then, you know, we'll figure it out. So I'm excited. But for right now, we're going to get 12 page kits done. And the first stage of this is always getting some pattern paper together. Now, these here are all good for like the base of the layout. So now I'm like, ooh, should I use all of those? Or this pile is a nice pot. It's mostly like pattern papers that I can use as a background. I some spots in my room, I've kind of expanded on how I guess, am keeping my pattern paper. And this is a lot of backgrounds, a lot of grids, a lot of pattern paper that reads as a solid. Not all my papers that are like that are there, but it's a good majority. So if I use that, I'm kind of losing 4 patterns that I can use as a background. It's not a big deal. But I also grabbed another stack of pattern paper that I can use on this. Now, I have somewhere else in my room where, oh, I love that. I have somewhere else in my room where I keep my pattern paper by color. Now, you might say, Nicole, like, why do you do that? Why do you have a spot where, you know, it's just random? Why do you have a spot that's by color? Why do you have a spot that's by manufacturer? It's because I like to kind of shake things up, if you will. So every time I put page kits together, I like to just do it differently so that I don't get bored. Which, you know, I've been making page kits for probably over, I don't know, a long time. 15 years probably. Not as much as I am right now. Like, I used to do it just when I would go to a crop. But still been doing page kits for a long time. I have tweaked it a ton in the last 15 years. That now, you know, I can literally go to a crop, and apart from, let's say, inks and, you know, really, I'm just trying to think, like, anything mixed media, I can do my layouts without needing to pull anything else in. And that's pretty great because I even have my photos. I'll have my journaling all done. And I usually can pump quite a few layouts in the weekend that I'm gone. Now I'm going to do this video here where I'm going to do 12. I need my coffee. 12 page kits for this virtual crop. Then probably next week, once I'm done these 12, I got to start getting ready for a real crop that I'm going to at the end of October. Well, we're already, you know, it's basically it's 4 weekends from now, but I don't want to wait till the last minute. Nothing worse than waiting till the last minute. So I'm going to start next week. And for that, I think I'm going to do, how many page kits should I do? Probably 25. I think 25 would be a good number, because let's say if I do super well and, you know, I get all those. Well, you can also use some leftovers. I think I'll do this. Some leftovers from your page kits. Like once you've put the page kit together, you can use some scraps and put together another layout pretty quickly. So I wanted to do one that's kind of fallish because I want to do these. Yeah. So that's going to be a fall layout. One thing I have to do is just also quickly take a gander at the other side of these patterns, because I can also find, you know, a more pattern paper on the back side of these that are more geared for backgrounds. Okay. Well, yesterday here was absolutely disgusting. It was hot, but it was raining. I did manage to squeeze my walk in. I only did 4 kilometers. And as we were coming up the drive, like maybe, you know, 200-300 feet, maybe not coming up the drive, but pretty close, it started to rain. I was like, whew, just made it. But it was a gorgeous day. Like, I can't believe how beautiful it was as far as heat, you know, because usually sometimes when it rains, it can be cool. It was a nice hot day anyway. And, you know, we're at the end of September, so pretty amazing that we're still getting those heat days. For here anyway. We had a gorgeous summer. Okay. So I like these pinks together. So we're going to do a pink layout. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that I put one of these recipe cards in between each of my paper kits. And then that way, when I start adding embellishments, I'm not, you know, wondering where it ends and all this stuff, because it does happen. I've put a whole bunch of pattern pages, you know, on top of each other, and then I go to start putting embellishments, and I'm like, where does this stop and where does this start? I mean, it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's, nobody gets hurt or anything like that, but you spent time to put these together, so you might as well make it that when you go back to it, it's not like hard for you to figure out what goes with what. Another thing that I do is make sure that I don't all choose, you know, pink page kits and blue page kits or brown page kits. Every time I go to the next one, I'm like, okay, I just did brown, oranges, and then pinks. So now I have to try and do another color. And then that way, when I put my page kits together, I get more of a variety of colors. I love those together. Not necessarily with that. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab what I like and put it together and then put it on top. And then the next page kit basically makes itself, because when I get to that, it's like, oh yeah, I was going to put this, this, and this together. Done. Because as you go through these more and more, you find more stuff that you know that's there and you like, and you're like, oh, those two would go well together. And these papers, even though they're papers, after a while, you just feel it. It's so heavy. Your hands start to hurt. Okay, that is a weird yellow though. So what I'm gonna do, I like it. It's just a weird yellow. I'm gonna put on top, like I said. I like those two. Maybe a dark brown with that. No orange. Last time I ended up putting orange. This time I'm not going to put orange. It's just going to be like a dark brown mixture. Yeah, like that. I like that. And then as I'm putting these pages together, then if I have leftovers from other page kits, can be like, hey, I remember when I did that page kit, that beautiful brown pattern paper was in there, so I can use that. And you know what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to lose track of how many I did, so I'm going to take one of these and I'm just going to make a little tick for every paper kit that I did. So in this video, it's just going to be the paper kits. And then the next video is going to be pulling in the embellishments. We're going to do the whole kit and caboodle. We're going to make it so that it's going to be like we're going away. So, and what I mean by that is going away like to a crop, so you don't have the option to walk just across your room and get what you need. So, because during that day, the last thing I want to do, I mean, it might happen, but the last thing that I want to do is to have to walk across and, you know, get this and get that. I want to be able to just sit here and focus and get 12 pages done in 12 hours with 12 challenges. Now, if you've done my Scrapathon, which we just ended, Scrapathon 6, this week, and so every day we get a challenge. Well, it's going to be like that. Every hour is going to be a challenge. And we're just going to be chatting all day. All day. So, I mean, for you guys, you can go in and out, go get your coffee, come back, and scrap. You can, you know, maybe scrap for 10 minutes, then, or 15 minutes, put a timer. Everybody scrap for 15 minutes straight, and then if we can finish that layout before the hour's out, then we can have a chat session in between. And I mean, I'm going to be chatting the whole time. But I'm saying it'll be nice to have people to chat with as I'm scrapbooking. I don't know. Looking at this, there's pink here. That's the only, it's not there. There's yellow. It's a different yellow. I'm going to keep it out, and I might use this on a different layout totally, but I like it. So I'm thinking I want to use it. So that's a pretty bold, not bold, busy pattern paper. So the next few I'll want to have not as busy, more tone on tone, reads more like a solid kind of pattern papers. This and this side goes a little bit better together because it has the yellow and the pink on here. So I'm just looking for something else that would have other of those colors. And this is, what collection is this? Simple Stories I Heart Summer. And this is Chamel Curry. Okay. Not that side, although I do love that side, but I think I'm going to use this side. And then I know I have pattern papers from this collection somewhere. There it is, I Heart Summer. Okay, I kind of like that. There's little fishies too. Okay. So this will be number 4. I'm going to put a little recipe card on top of that. Okay, so what do we have here? That was more like a multicolored one. We have a pink one, we have a brown and orange one, then we have just a brown one, and then we have a pink one. Okay, so let's move on to another color. How about purple? It's really hard to get, a good purplish combo going here. Let's see if we can get that going. That does not go together at all, but we'll keep it out just because that's kind of the only purples we have at this point. So maybe the next purple will either go with one or the other. It's the only reason I'm keeping it out. But I don't like them together. It's funny because, a lot of times I'm like, oh, purple. But then every time I do a layout that I'm using purple, I adore it. Like, I just love it. So that's why now I kind of force it. That's pretty. I kind of force putting a purple page kit together. And then I know that eventually, once I put the page together, I'm going to love it. I'm just going to need to put my little fan on here because it is going to be another warm day. Today is October 1st. I couldn't remember if we were October 1st or 2nd a while ago. So we are October 1st. So Scrapathon finished yesterday. And I spent a bit of time cleaning my scrap room. Because even though, during the whole month, the whole time, that I'm filming videos, I clean my room like, I probably cleaned it 10 or 15 times. during the whole month and beyond that, before that, because I started getting ready way before. And still, at the end of the month, it's like a complete disaster. So I cleaned a bit yesterday until I ran out of juice. And I think today I'm going to clean a little bit more. I got to remove that one. Now those two, I got to remember where I am. Those two I like together. I do like those two together. You know what would be nice is to find that blue. It's like a blue purple. And look what's sticking here. Certain parts of that blue, like this part, it's okay. But this part here works really well. So I'm going to see if you do this and ignore the rest. It still goes, but I like this. So I can just take a piece of that and use that. So I'm going to go with 3 papers. So we're at 5. We're almost halfway there. So that was purple. How about now if we do, oh, look at this. Look at this one. Let's bring that back and see if it goes. Totally. It has all those colors. Well, I'm going to put that in there. There we go. See, you stop looking, eh? And it just kind of drops on your lap. Ooh. How about peach? Peach is a nice color. Peach and pink. Peach and pink. Those two don't go well together. Those two go well together. I kind of like those two together. So let's put them to the side as maybe a possibility. Okay. That's kind of cute. How about a gray? I think a gray with that would be super cute. My hands are getting really tired lifting that pattern paper, so it's going to stay where it is. And I'll just, ooh, that's the first time I see this pattern. And I could cover that if I wanted to. Like if I want to have this with the peach and the pink, I can just put something else there. So that's a possibility. I think I might like it better than gray. A dark gray. I think light gray, it would blend in a little too much. There's a lot of Christmas patterns in here. So what I might do to lighten the load is I'm just going to take them out. Because I am not, I don't think, in the mood to scrap Christmas anything right yet. Although I do have to finish my December daily. I don't know. I'm going to put it there, but I'm not in love with it. I have to finish my December daily from last year. And here we are, October 1st. I have like 6 days left to do. That's it. So October is going to be the month. I need to get it done. That's why I'm doing this part at the very beginning of October so that I'm ready for October 10th. I don't work from here to October 10th. So I have plenty of time to get ready for October 10th, but I want to get it done at the very beginning. And then I have a few projects this month that's in the queue. I have the books that I read in a month. I have to, here's gray. I have to get that done. I think I have May done, so I have to do June, July, August, and now September. I kind of like that, but I need something bold now. Something like with a bit of color. To really make it stand out. Yeah, like that. It has the colors here. Okay. So that is number 7. So we have 5 left. So that was more like a peachy. Now, I don't think we've done any blues. Let's do a blue. Let's do a blue. What is this? Oof. That is bold. A little bold. I think I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to bring this in again. And there's quite a bit over here that I've just gone through once, I think, from this stash, and see if I have any blues. Hopefully I do, because like I said, I haven't done any blues. Okay, well, this is like blue jeans, so that's good. It's not a blue, but it's a good start. That has some blue arrows on it, 2 tones of different. It's a possibility. This has blue airplanes, but there's this one here, like not together, but at this point, I know I haven't seen too many blues going. It's more like a green. So I'm going to take out all the blues and try to, ooh. That kind of goes with this. It's all the same colors. Like you have the blue arrow with that blue, this blue arrow with that blue flower, that reddish with this flower here, and then this other one with this flower here. Like all the colors are there. But I think I want a more, with all of that, like more of a solid background. This is pretty busy. That's pretty busy. I'll just put it to the side here, but a nice grid. I don't remember seeing any blue grids in there. Not that I remember. Like I said, I don't have all my tone-on-tone papers all in there. I do have them a little bit everywhere. And that way I can change up how I find my page kits. I have to do a session while I'm doing like 25 page kits for my real crop that I'm going to at the end of October. I have to do page kits where I get, you know, colors and say, okay, this time I'm going to do a page kit using pinks, and then just go through those and use those stashed for a bit. I haven't done that in a while. And I'm not too worried, because if it gets to that point that these start to dwindle, I'll just grab randomly from those piles and then throw them in here and then they'll get used up. I find that I have a ton of pattern papers. Where I was lacking, and I've been saying that for years, was embellishments. I found that I was pounding through embellishments like crazy. And because when you think about it, you know, each embellishment cluster has between, you know, 5 and 7 little pieces if you want a full embellishment cluster. And so I was always kind of low on embellishment clusters. And then there were certain embellishments that I really wanted and I couldn't find. And then I said to my son, which the one thing was the viewfinders. Like, I just love viewfinders and I just could not find them. Like, I had a couple of pattern papers that I was cutting them out and I was hoarding them because I didn't want to lose them. And I was talking to my son one day and I'm like, I wish that I could get some of these, you know? And he's like, Mom, I can draw those for you. I was like, really? And then I started using them and people were like, you know, are you going to make those available? And that's how Nicole Jones 911 Designs came to be. And how me and my son have, you know, a little business going together. So if this is just your first time here, just click on the link in the description box below. We have, I don't know, like close to 800 files now. And it's all digital. So you print them off at home. And when you run out, you print some more. And that's what I like. And right now, because it's fall, we're working on some fall files. So last week we released pumpkins. And this week it's leaves, fall leaves. And then we'll do a little bit of Halloween. And then we'll go straight into Christmas stuff. We have tiny letters, which I think those are my favorite. I just use them all the time. Okay, I don't see any blue that would really go. So you know what? I'm just going to put get blue cardstock, and that can be my background. Let me look at it again. Yeah. Or this can be my background. It's not that. I really like those two together. I'm kind of doubting that one now. But if I get a blue cardstock, then I can just drop this one. But I'm going to keep it in there. I'm going to keep it in there. But I know that I may or may not use it. Okay. that like a red? That looks like a red, doesn't it? It says holiday stripes, so it's probably like a deep red. We haven't done red. Let's see if I can find something else to go with this. Usually I don't try, that's pink. I try not to go outside of what I'm playing with at the time, except for cardstock, because I never bring in cardstock, because if you think pattern paper is heavy to move around, cardstock is really heavy. Oh, as I was moving pattern papers over, there's this. And these kinds of papers are like, but you got to look at it as you're just going to have a little piece showing. That's usually the way we use those. You know, not like that. It's actually a really pretty pattern paper. And what's this? So I'm going to do this so it doesn't bug your eyes out. This is, again, a Christmas pattern. Oh, there was a leftover cardstock here. There's this too, left over. Why not? Okay. Let me see. That might be just about enough. Because I'm just seeing more Christmas pattern papers. That is pretty though. Remember a minute ago I said I wasn't going to do any Christmas papers? Watch me do a Christmas layout. But I don't want to. I think after this one we'll do like green. I see a lot of green here that I'm liking. Here's another red, but it's like, whew. Okay, so dropped a punch. Had to stop the recording. And I decided to stand up. I was sitting on my chair and my legs were starting to hurt. That's another bold pattern paper. Oh, I see a red coming. Okay, so that's going to do. Okay, so just a few more left. And then we'll stop that for today. And then probably Saturday or Sunday or Monday next week, one day, we'll have adding the embellishments. Okay. I'm going to try and get those done this afternoon. But we shall see. The days just run into each other. I just don't understand how everything goes by so quickly. I'm definitely going for a walk this afternoon, and I might do the whole 7K. See See you again, Christmas. I'm trying to be consistent in where we're having nice weather. I'm like, okay, you don't need to go on the treadmill right now. Like, take it. Go outside. Because very soon I'm thinking I'm going to have to transition to the treadmill and not go outside. Because when it's minus cold as crazy, I am not walking. And plus, sometimes we get a lot of snow, and walking on the side of the road is not safe. So I'm not doing that for sure, because it's definitely not a safe thing to do. Okay. I might, depending on how long this video is, I might actually cut like the video, even putting the page kits together in 2 videos. Like if it's an hour long, I might do 2 half hours, just so it's not as long. And you can watch it in like one session kind of thing. Really don't like those polka dots. I like doing this, and then when I look at the back side, I'm like, oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3. I like when that happens. This one is okay, so I think I will do that. What about the arrows? No. This side, no. So 1, 2, 3. I like those. So I'll always add a cardstock anyway. So that's going to add another layer in there. I tried to add 2 to 3 pattern papers. If I add more than that, I never use it anyway. So sometimes it's nice to have the option there, like open, but it's not. Oh, okay. I love this. Oh, it doesn't go together anyway. So let's try to find stuff to go with this. We haven't done many blue things. So let's try. So we have 3 page kits left to do. Okay. I kind of like that. You know, these patterns are really hard to use, so if I can find something that I can get it to work. More Christmas papers. That says delivery schedule, but I can change that and make it more like a traveling. Cover a lot of those up. So I'm going to do that as another one, and then add some cardstock. So 2 more. 2 more. Now I've gone and made sure that I have, you know, quite a few different color schemes. So now I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to make sure that I like the combos. I love brown and yellow. So if I can find a dark brown to go with this, that's a light brown. A dark brown. Aha. Or is that more like a gray? It's more like a gray. Dark brown. Okay. Brown and yellow. Ooh. Let me see. Will that work? It's a deeper tone yellow, but I like it. It's not like an off yellow. So let's find one of these. So one more, peeps. One more. What are we going to find now? So I've had a few people say, you know, oh, I wish I could do this but I'm not on Facebook. You can just sign up for an account and like you don't have to accept people and all this stuff. You can just have an account, open it for the day, and then kind of put it on hold. And then, you know, just have that account for virtual crops, because there's virtual crops all over the place right now. And really, right now, as sad as it sounds, you know, that is our way to kind of stay connected. We need to find ways. You know, I was talking, we had to go to our lawyer, and he's like, do you think like mental health, like people having anxiety and depression and, you know, that kind of stuff has gone up? And I said, yeah, they say it's gone up 40%. And he's like, oh, you know, like basically like I wonder why. And I'm like, well, we're social creatures, and you take the social aspect away and it's going to affect. So this is a good way to stay connected. To be together. I guess I never mentioned how much it's going to be. It's going to be $8 US, and that's for a 12-hour day, and you're going to get 2 digital files. So really it's $4. $4, and you're going to get 12 challenges, 12 hours of basically going to a crop, hanging out with friends, and get 2 digital files, and hopefully get 12 pages done. 12 pages completed. Let me see. Ooh, I like these. Let's move these over. Isn't that pretty? And these. Look at that. I already have my embellishments for this one. How about this? If I cover this up, or maybe not, I can do maybe blue and orange. Why not? It's already on there. I think actually I already know what picture. My daughter last year for Halloween, like to hand out candies, she dressed up as Harley Quinn to hand out her candies. So I could, like, you know, superhero kind of thing. Oh, okay, so I'm just going to find a cardstock for that. And maybe another, I don't remember seeing another light blue pattern. That doesn't go. That doesn't go. Let's move that out of the way. You know, there's so much going on that pattern. I don't think I want another pattern. I think I'm good with this. Okay. So we have chosen our pattern papers for 12 page kits. So let's get one of these. Let me see. Let's get one of these. And then bring back our paper kits. So here's 12 of them. Next video, we're going to have, we're going to bring in the embellishments for all 12. And then we're also going to have a video to add our pictures, to add all the embellishments we need, like even washi tape, if we're going to bring in twine or ribbon. Like the page kit is going to be ready. And I might even do the journaling, which I'll have to do on my own, but I can do the journaling for each page. And I probably won't journal that day because I'll probably start writing down what I'm saying. But at least then once I'm done the day crop, I can just take each card and just quickly jot down on each page the journaling. But that's it. That's going to be our first video. And again, if you're interested in the virtual crop, the link is in this description box below. It's NicoleJones91.com. Go under classes and it'll be a virtual crop for October 30th. And as soon as you purchase the class, you'll get 2 digital files. And then on October 10th, the fun begins at 9 in the morning till 9 at night. And if you wouldn't mind, share this video so that as many people can find out about the crop as possible. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, it helps out my channel. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.